Dr. Ashutosh Sharma, Secretary, Department of Science and Technology, Madam Anju Bhalla ji, Dr. Akhilesh Gupta ji, Dr. Manoj Kumar Pataria ji, all the distinguished senior scientists who are with me right now through this video conference meeting, Dr. Anita Gupta, Dr. Neeraj Sharma, Professor Sandeep Verma, Dr. Devapriya Datta, Lieutenant General Girish Kumar ji, Dr. Asha Kishore, Dr. Padmanabham, Dr. Kulkarni, Dr. Vipin Kumar, Dr. Samit Kumar Ray, Dr. Pradeep Srivastav, Dr. Sen. I think that's all. And I'm sure that there must be many more scientists accompanying these HODs there on the other side. And we have some friends who are helping me in the smooth execution of this video conference, and also our friends here from the media are also here. So let me first of all thank you all for being with me today on a Sunday, and of course this is more than me, it is your occasion. I have been with the Science and Technology Ministry now for almost the 6th year, but you have been there for almost 40-50 years. So it's more of your function today and it's later on my function. And as I could understand, although you are saying this is your 49th Foundation Day, but as far as I can appreciate, it is the 50th Foundation Day. You will complete 50 years next year on 3rd May. And actually it is the 50th Foundation Day, because the first one was on 3rd of May 1971. And this is the 50th, but you will complete 50 years next year on 3rd May. So technically, I think if we have to say that this is the 50th Foundation Day, or the starting or the beginning of the 50th year since you got, birth in 1971. And 1971, that time of May, I remember I was in school, but that was a very historic year. And we had just, I think in March itself, we had won the Indo-Bangladesh War. And this was a great year for India, 1971. So I'm rather surprised that immediately after that war, this department was born within 2 months of that historic event in India's history. So anyway, these 50 years have been very, very, I think, successful for all of us, because when I try to evaluate now today, just an important parameter, how you assess your progress. So it's only about America and China which are ahead of us in terms of our scientific publications in Science Citation Index journals. That's I think big success story for us. We are in nanotechnology also, we are number 3 in the whole world, and we now have very strong intentions to in the next 1 decade, this particular decade, we want to become the top 3 scientific nations of the whole world. That's the desire of the Prime Minister, that's his passion also, that's the type of support that he gives to all of us. And we have now so many schemes. Today, the Department of Science and Technology is the main focus area in science, where everyone in the country looks towards DST for all types of guidance, all types of support, all types of funding. And we are probably the biggest or the most powerful extramural funding agency for whether it is the universities, whether it is the young students or the startups, whether it is a school student or a college student or a post doctoral person, or for developing of these incubation centers or incubation science technology parks. For everything, people look towards science and technology, and through our technology development board and SERB, we are supporting, in fact, everyone in this country. Our scholarships start from, I think, class 6th, and we have a few lakh scholarship for students. We have the new programs like Nidhi, Manak, Avsar, and so many now, I think. And then, of course, recently, big programs like National Cyber Physical Mission, which is an interdisciplinary cyber physical system, which has been launched with a total outlay of 3,660 crores. We had earlier the National Computing Mission also, that was also about 4,500 crores. Then a lot of projects around clean energy, water, climate change research, 30-meter telescope. So I can recall so many things. And recently this our finance minister had announced in the latest budget the national mission on quantum technology and application. So these are just some of the things that I recall, but there are so many other things that are happening in science, and with our active collaboration with more than 44 countries, and I think the total collaboration goes on up to 84 countries all across the world. And nowhere in the whole world we now feel that we are inferior to anybody else. So on many issues we guide the rest of the people, whether it is with Israel or whether it is with America or with England or with South Korea. Wherever we talk science to our counterparts, we have that confidence, and we have that knowledge and experience, and we share so many good things, and there are so many mutual agreements which are working. So but the happiest thing for me today is that in the last couple of days and weeks, I have had a number of meetings here in this room. I spoke to all the directors in CSIR of all our 38 labs. I spoke to all the biotechnology people, the various laboratories, and then today I am speaking to you also. I think it's a unbelievable story that everyone has risen to the occasion, and it's almost on everything. Whether it is drug discovery, or whether it is about repurposing of drugs research, or whether it is development of vaccine, or for all these new, I think, hospital assistive things, whether it is for good quality diagnostic kits. Now, it was told that there is a Sahyog app also assisting the Arogya Setu app, and many other things. I wish I could talk about each and everything that this Shri Chitra lamp is very much in the news about, and then many other things. And last week I had a meeting with the biotechnology people, and earlier with the CSIR. So they promised me that our people, like here also it was mentioned that we are supporting labs like my labs and all. They are all going to give us very soon kits. As a health minister, I feel that I am not alone handling COVID, but it is the whole lot of scientific community which is trying to find out fantastic COVID-19 solutions to mitigate the pandemic. And as you are all aware that India is the first country in the whole world to have started responding to the news of the arrival of coronavirus in this world. It was on 7th of January that China had declared to the whole world that they saw this new coronavirus which was causing cases of pneumonia, and we had our technical experts meeting here in the Health Ministry on 8th January itself, and then a series of actions, whether it was detailed health advisories to people, whether it was community health surveillance, whether it was about point of entry surveillance at airports, seaports and borders, and then later on you have seen yourself the huge activity around lockdown, etc., etc. And the results are there for all of us to see that we are ahead of everyone else in the whole world. Our parameters speak for themselves. Today itself, we have a doubling rate of 12, the lowest mortality in the whole world, just about 3%. Already over 10,000 people have gone back home perfectly cured, happy, and majority of our patients in the hospitals, they are on their road to recovery. So it's like, and the whole country, we know where our enemy is. How do we deal with our enemy? What are the weapons in our armory? And we can easily, pinpointedly decide upon the extent and the type of containment strategies that we have to adopt. The whole country is very well divided into the red zone and the orange zone and the green zone. And then all this, of course, having the backing of scientists, and the scientists who are working day and night and who have already brought so many things. It's the new types of masks, the new types of sanitizers, the new discovery on road to vaccine. Also, we are quite ahead of the rest of the world. And now there's, just now it was told, some electrostatic mask and many things like that. So I'm sure that your support is going to mean a lot, and it will be a historic contribution for our fight against COVID. The only thing that I wish to say is that because since I have been hearing scientists working at different levels in different laboratories and within our own department also, there are similar things being done by many people. So like earlier also, our focus used to be to have a good quality synergy and coordination in the efforts that we are making. So it should not be that we are only confined to our own laboratories working on specific issues, but we should also be aware of what is happening all across India in our own laboratories, what are our other scientists doing, and what is the international community doing. And there should be a synergy about all this. I'm sure that this is going to give us rich dividends, and in a very not far too distant future, we should be able to handle the COVID pandemic in a very successful manner. And now this COVID Katha that has been developed by the Department of Science Communication within our ministry, and there too their focus is now on science and health. And I myself, who has always worked for health but had the privilege to work for science in last 6 years, I know that science, the upper end of, you can say, higher side of health is basically in science itself. All the research and all it goes on in science. So if there is a good quality association between health and science, we can certainly produce fantastic results for the you can say for improving the lives of the people. And this COVID Katha, with all you see information regarding COVID being said in very, very simpler ways, will certainly help the people. Because I have, as a health minister and also as a doctor, I have felt that dealing with COVID is not a bit any rocket science. It is just about very small precautions. But my only worry is that on this side of the meeting, I find everyone in this room wearing a mask. But on the other side, when I see all of you, the big scientists and the big directors, I don't see any one of you wearing a mask. And that creates a bit of a worry for me, because if you are not wearing a mask, then the message goes down that mask is probably a showpiece. But I can tell you this, only this mask can save us from COVID. Only this mask and washing hands and just taking care of this bit of precaution can actually save us from. Otherwise, none of you is immune from COVID. You may be a big scientist, you may be producing weapons to kill COVID every day, but COVID is not going to spare you if you don't give COVID even this much of respect, that you are going to wear a mask just to be, aware of the presence of COVID in the country. So that's, I think, very, very essential. And through our science, technology, communication systems, we will make this COVID katha and the information about this also very popular. The only thing that I would love to emphasize is that we are running against time, and whatever we produce in our laboratories, we have to keep the aspect of timeliness within our minds, because if we devise something a year later or 2 years later, like we have enough of time when we do routine research, we can go on and produce a result after few months or few years. But here you have to find out whatever you are doing, you have to see that you produce the result, and with the help of industry convert that into a movement and deliver whatever you have produced to the people of India, so that the fight against COVID becomes most effective. So that is, I think, the need of the hour. With these few words, I would love to thank all of you, congratulate all of you, and wish you all good luck. And once again, all my good wishes on the 50th Foundation Day of our Department of Science and Technology. And I will also like to use this occasion to basically convey the good wishes of our Honorable Prime Minister. And we know that we are going to bring about a cabinet note in the near future about scientific social responsibility. And this is the point that the Prime Minister has been emphasizing time and again, that only doing research and producing a paper is not enough, but I think connecting that with the people of India and putting that to the maximum benefit of the people of India is also of utmost importance. And that is where we need to have a sense of a scientific social responsibility. And I'm sure that with the cabinet note, this particular aspect will also get institutionalized within not our departments but also in the society and for all the stakeholders. So once again, thank you so much, and don't forget to wear a mask, whether you are inside the lab or whether you are outside the lab, on the road or inside your home. This is utmost, I think, necessary. Thank you so much. Namaskar.